they hand it on a receiver running around. J.J. Nelson is loose, and J.J. Nelson will tie this game. Tannehill's pass is caught by Jarvis Landry. Can he get the first down? Yes! And there goes Landry. Jarvis Landry inside the...
2 interceptions in 12 games, 2 tonight, and that's Beckham making the catch. And off to the races he goes. Carr chasing him down. Can't get him. Touchdown Giants. They take the lead.
Welcome to today's episode of the Playbook, a sports talk show with Mark and Tyler. He's Mark and I'm Tyler. To start today's show off... Oh shit, I gotta fix my head. To start today's episode off, we're going to be dipping into the NBA with a fan favorite of Russell Westbrook. We've been talking so much about how good he's been playing and how much triple-doubles he has, but recently he said that he's fed up with all the triple-double talk and all the MVP talk, and all he cares about is winning. So one unlucky chap spent $800 and traveled 4 hours to go watch the Cavaliers and LeBron James play.
Was that his favorite player?
Yeah, it is his favorite player.
Did you get to see him play?
Little did he know, the Cavaliers were resting their starters and LeBron James wasn't even there.
In sad news from the NBA, longtime courtside reporter Craig Sager has lost his courageous battle with cancer. He will be missed. Our condolences go out to his family. We have a new segment to the show. We're going to call it Quick Take.
Quick Take.
Each of us, Tyler and myself, are going to list 5 sports topics.
Sports-related terms.
Neither one of us knows what they are, and the other has to say the first thing that comes to their mind.
First thing.
So who's going to go first?
You can go first.
I'm going to read first?
Yeah,
or
you can read
Okay,
first.
so let me get my list. Okay. Mike McCoy.
Fired.
The Hartford Yard Goats.
Never coming to Hartford.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
Hall of Famer.
Wow, that didn't take too long. RG3.
MVP.
What? Of what league? Of what league? The flag football league in town? And finally, Allen Iverson.
Wow, that one caught me off guard. Third greatest player of all time.
Okay.
You ready for mine?
I am ready.
Derek Carr.
Potential MVP candidate. Stop talking about Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel.
Bum.
New England Patriots.
I'm in agony saying this. Probably the best team in the NFL right now.
Kobe Bryant.
Retired.
Okay. Shaquille O'Neal.
Funny as hell.
Dwight Howard.
I think that's more than 5. Is that more than 5?
You know what my thoughts about Dwight Howard are? Garbage. Ding dong. It's our first letter.
Our first letter from the mailbag is actually a tweet. It's our first tweet.
Okay.
Or a Twitter. I don't know how what the right terminology is.
Let's read it.
This one is a combo tweet. It's from Alex O and Sydney C. It reads, "Hey guys, why no love for men slapping around the biscuit?" I'm not sure what that means. Maybe you can slip in some NHL stories soon.
Maybe, but I doubt it because we don't know anything about hockey.
How about slapping the biscuit? We know anything about that?
No.
NFL week in review. And coming week, the Dallas Cowboys have lost to the New York Giants. Their 11-game winning streak is over.
Whoa, they're 11-2. Boo-hoo.
And shockingly, there's quarterback controversy talk. What is going on?
Jerry Jones is an idiot, first of all. he doesn't decide who plays. Jason Garrett does, and I haven't even heard anything from Jason Garrett because he knows that Dak Prescott is going to continue to play, and Tony Romo probably won't see the field for the rest of the season or in the playoffs.
Right. And Dallas has a really tough game this week again. It's a tough stretch. They had the Giants. They got home against the Bucs, who won 5 in a row. Then they play the Lions, who've also won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So, interesting stretch for Dallas the last couple weeks of the season.
Surprisingly, not surprisingly, kind of obviously, Jeff Fisher has been fired from the LA Rams. Are you shocked?
No. He is the current all-time NFL coaching leader in losses.
Losses.
So he passed a few really good names. Tom Landry's on the list. Curly Lambeau was on the list. But guess what? They also won twice as many games as they won. So in a previous episode, we talked about the coaches we thought were on the hot seat and who would get fired. So who's next?
Mike McCoy.
If the whole staff from the Chargers doesn't get fired, and the guy who should get fired from the Chargers is their trainer
and general manager and owner.
17 guys on IR this year, 2 consecutive years leading the league, and players on injured reserve. Check your practice facility. Check your trainers. You guys are doing something wrong.
It's horrible. After that, I'd probably say Chuck Pagano, the Indianapolis Colts.
Wow.
This is his second horrific season with the Colts, and I just don't think Andrew Luck is living up to the potential with Chuck Pagano as head coach.
And they just laid an egg last week, losing at home against the Texans. Probably the worst loss in maybe not the worst loss in franchise history, but in recent memory. Home game, can take control of the division, and they got beat by the Texans and Brock Osweiler. I'm not sure it gets any worse than that.
Now the third in the division behind the Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans. The Colts have a very, very long and tough road ahead of them if they want to see the playoffs again.
Speaking of long, tough roads, the Broncos have a hell of a schedule to play. So they might be on the outside looking in. We may have both teams, we mentioned it earlier, both teams from last year's Super Bowl, not even in the big dance.
I don't even see the Panthers making the playoffs this year. Also, dark horse playoff contenders. Who you got? Me? I'm saying the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think you just asked me.
I asked you, but I interrupted you. I'm saying the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their pass rush right now is insane.
Well, I don't think they're dark horse to make the playoffs or dark horse to go to the Super Bowl or dark horse to, because I think they're in. I think the Bucs.
Dark horse to go to the Super Bowl. Sorry.
Well, that road leads through Dallas. All seriousness, dark horse. I like the Tennessee Titans. Their biggest problem is defense. There's a lot of teams that have that same problem. But in terms of red zone scoring, there's no better team in the NFL right now than the Titans.
No better quarterback than Marcus Mariota either.
So I like their chances, but I still think if I were a betting man, I would say it's the Patriots versus the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. I would love to see Patriots and some other team that has a star in their helmet in the Super Bowl, but we'll see.
Although the Seahawks are struggling, I do see them back in the Super Bowl just because the Seahawks in the playoffs are probably the one team that nobody wants to play, honestly.
Well, you don't want to play the Patriots either, but...
Well, in the NFC, I mean.
I think the huge game, right, New England's got Denver this week in Denver. If they win this game, they're pretty much going to sew up the number 1 seed. So everything's got to go through New England. Teams that can beat New England in Foxborough.
Raiders. Chiefs.
Steelers.
So
and they're all in the playoffs.
Cut that out.
They're all going to be.
The Steelers will not beat New England in New England. The Steelers are going to lose in the first round of the playoffs. The Steelers are the most overrated team in the NFL.
Okay, we said who could beat them. Yeah. I believe Pittsburgh has the offensive power to beat New England in New England.
But you want to talk about offensive power. Everybody says the Steelers have the offensive power to make the Super Bowl every year. But where are they?
They're sitting pretty right now at 8-5.
Sitting pretty right now, but they're probably not going to win the division. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Last letter.
Our last letter from the mailbag. It's a long one.
Okay.
So bear with me. Strap in. This one's from Tom at the KMA Ranch in Whitewright, Texas. Tom writes, "Why do you keep hating on the Steelers? My donkey Rosie loves the black and gold, and she says when they make a run in the playoffs, you'd better pucker up and kiss her. So I guess what I'm saying is, when the Steelers roll in the playoffs, you can kiss my ass.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Steelers aren't going to roll in the playoffs because they never roll in the playoffs.
Never?
Never.
I think they have that many rings.
When's the last time they won that?
You know me and remembering shit. I'm old. I can't remember.
Yeah, nobody can. Steelers are overrated. To close out the show, this has been The Playbook, a sports talk show with Mark and Tyler. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And if you didn't like it, dislike it and tell us why.
And if you didn't like it, share it anyways.
Yeah, share it anyways, leave a dislike, tell us why you didn't like it. We just want to get better. Peace.
See ya.